Welcome to Lubera, the Swiss fruit and berry plant producers and breeders. My name is Markus. I'm founder and breeder of Lubera. Today we are eating together some fresh eating quinces. Normally when you think about quinces, you think about this yellow-green weapons, very heavy, which are fantastic for jams and other things, but you cannot eat. But there are varieties from the east, from the near and far east, cultivated in East European countries and in Turkey, which are really delicious. I ate in the past some varieties from Turkey. They were just okay. And these days I had the possibility to receive some fruit samples from workers which are from Moldavia, and they are just delightful. They are wonderful, and I want to share them a little bit with you. The first variety here is the variety Aureo. Then here we have the variety Zarea, and here we have the variety Kodrianka. So the first one is Aureo. The fruit is not firm and crisp like an apple. It's more like a pear which begins to ripen. But this one has a very round aroma, so sugar and acidity, which are very high, are balanced. And you have a typical aroma of quinces, and it's just delightful to eat. After the first some bites, it's a little bit dry for a moment, then it becomes better. And you are able to eat the whole bite. So really delicious in the round experience. So if you test the second variety here, and of course before eating it's necessary to clean the fruits. Normally they have some hairs on the fruits, so you have to clean them, and then you shouldn't eat the pits because they will be toxic. So that's what you have to know before eating. All other things are really delicious. So second variety, Zarea. It has much more acidity. There is sugar, of course, enough, but more acidity. It's more fruity, and it's a very clear association to ananas. To what's the name? I don't know the name. To ananas. So this exotic fruit, and you can really think about replacing ananas by this quince here, this Zarea quince. The last quince is the variety Kodrianka. It seems to have the firmest flesh. Well, it's the most acid of all varieties. Sugar is a little bit reduced. It may be the reason that this variety is more green, so not so ripened like the other ones. But it's very fruity, and you can also imagine that it will be very nice to be cooked, to be combined with other things, to do a carpaccio or other things with a little bit of salt or a little bit of vinegar. So there are many possibilities with these quinces when you think about eating them fresh and cooking them. And so Kodrianka is the most acid variety, but perhaps culinary for cooking the best one. This one is the most fruity variety with very clear associations to ananas. And this one is the most rounded varieties. So this one, the second one, is Zarea, and the third one is Aureo, which is the most rounded one, perhaps the most pleasant one because it has a balanced acidity sugar relationship and a typical quince aroma. In total, a very interesting fruit, an addition to our fruit gardens. So it's better than I imagined, by far better. Very interesting for fresh eating, for fresh salads, for a mixed basket of fruits to be eaten in the evening. And very interesting for people who like creativity in eating and in cooking. So of course in the next weeks and months we will have a look to have these trees, to have propagation material of these trees, because we think it's really an interesting addition to our assortment to have a fresh eatable quinces from Moldavia in our assortment. So the variety Aureo, the variety Zarea and the variety Kodrianka. So go on gardening in some years with fresh eating Quinces. Where have all the flowers gone? I know where. Here you go to Lubera UK with all our breedings and thousands of more plants. Here you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and now pick the flowers.